All right, hello everybody. Welcome back. This is ET120. Going to do a little manual drawing with this next exercise. You just did some lettering and nice job on that. So now we're going to just move into a little bit of layout, a little bit of scale work, a little bit of line work, not much to start. So I'm just going to show you what we're going to do and demonstrate a few things that you want to think about when you're doing some manual graphics. All right, I'm going to flip you over so you can see the paper. All right, so what you're going to do is if you have GE115, you're going to do the same exercise, but you're going to draw it by hand. So that's a 2x2, a 3x3, 4x4, and a 5x5 box. And this will say Donaldson ET120 instead of 115. So the outside border is going to be a 1/4 inch from the edge of the paper. So you're going to need a scale. This is an engineer scale. See how the inches are broke up into tenths? That's the scale we'll primarily use, but now and then we'll use the architect scale. And the architect scale is broke up into half, 1/4, 1/8, and 1/16. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is just come in, and what you're going to want to do, that's 0.25, 0.25. What you're going to want to do is make some marks because we don't have a T-square yet, but we could move to getting a T-square. So be prepared for that. We want to try to keep everything horizontal and vertical, right? And you're going to want to keep your lines really light in the beginning, really light, because we're going to want to erase pieces, and we want to do that fairly easily. So you're going to go all the way around, excuse me. Coming in a 1/4 inch, that's 0.25, right? And then you just want, you want to be as careful as you can, right? As accurate as possible. And these kind of things are fine because then you can just come in and kind of just pull those tails off. So we do want our connections to be pretty tight. After we get this all the way around, we want to keep it nice and light. Don't darken anything until the very end. But in the end, you're going to want to produce kind of a black line. So when you use cam scanner, it shows up, right? So this line is it's going to turn out to be, notice how I'm moving my pencil around to make it a little wider. It's going to turn out to be, nice and black. That's what we want in the end. So when you get it all laid out, that's when you want to darken it up. All right, so the same kind of process in drawing your boxes. To keep things horizontal and vertical, you need to give yourself a few marks, and you got to do some planning, right? So I'm going to come in 1 inch here and here. And then I'm going to draw my 2-inch box, right? And I'm going to stay on those marks, and it's going to stay nice and straight. And then I'm just going to put some lines in, right? So now I can come down. How do I keep this vertical? Well, I can measure over. So it looks like it's about, here, I'll do it with the correct scale so I don't confuse you too much. Looks like it's about 2.65, right? So if I come down here, let's make sure I went from the right line. Yeah, I did. 2.65, 2.65 right in there. Then that should be pretty darn straight, right? And again, I'm drawing a 2x2 box, nice and light, not darkening. So that's how you can keep things vertical and horizontal. If we had a T-square, it would ride along here and do this for us, but we don't at this moment. So once you're pretty straight, then you can go off of the line you have, right? And you can kind of keep that straight. Now, Is this in the right spot? I don't know. I didn't do a lot of extra planning right there. So hopefully it is, because I don't want to have to erase it and draw it again. Right? So there is my 2x2, nice and clean. Not darkened. It's not as dark as this, but it's good. Now, is it all going to fit on here? Well, I don't know. We'll see, right? When I get all the boxes done, then I am going to get my name on it. So you got to have guidelines for everything. So I'm going to come up 2 inches, go there, and go there. These are going to be really light, like as light as I can make them. That's even pretty dark, but, and then I'm going to go up 1.25, maybe even 1.5. And that's going to be my other guideline. Every piece of lettering that goes on a drawing is going to have guidelines. Okay. Very important. We want our lettering to look pro. The space between is usually a little bit less, or half of, so somewhere in there. Because I'm going to put 2 sets of lettering here. And then I'm going to go 1.25 again. I think I went closer to 1.5. So I'll leave it at that. And I have some guidelines now for my lettering, right? All right, so then I can put in my name. Bad A, I'd probably erase that up, and the class. All right, so 4 boxes, 2, 3, 4, and 5-inch boxes. By hand, using your scale to keep things horizontal and vertical from the edges of the paper. Lots of measuring, some layout, some good attention to detail, clean up the corners, and make it pretty. All right, that's your project for Thursday. And it'll be due, I'll put the due date in the website, but we'll make it due probably next Tuesday in class when we meet. So, all right, I hope you have a great weekend, and good luck.